Hey guys, a little video to show you how to put a Creative Commons license on your blog. And it's a couple steps, and I don't know how this works on the iPad. You might have to do it on the desktop, but please add this to your blog so that way all visitors know that your blog is just not free reign. It also kind of legitimizes it as to like a real blog that you take seriously. So in Schoology, as you see right here, if I click on the blogging folder, as it should go, and inside that folder is all the materials that we've done so far for blogging, but I've added a new link. I've also added a link here, you'll see quickly, for Blogsy. This is a Blogsy video that I created last year, and I need all of you guys to watch that because that will also show you how to use Blogsy in order to create your blog posts. You can go on the desktop computer and just use Blogger, but if you're using only the iPad, this would probably be the easiest route to do. But underneath that, I have the Creative Commons license creator link, and it'll take you to the Creative Commons website where you can actually create your own license, except there will be a few steps that you'll have to follow, and you just have to determine what kind of approval you want to be able to give your readers. And so the first box is just sort of what type of features do you want your blog to be able to do, or people be able to do with your blog. And the first one is, do you want to allow people to modify your work? Meaning, do you want them to take anything off your blog, change it, and then reuse it for any reason? And so I guess you guys have to decide, yes, I really don't care. No, I really don't want anyone to do that. And as soon as I do that, it changes the logo here. Or the third option is, yes, as long as they share just like I did. So if I want them to be able to share, they can share it, or you can share it with them, but they have to also share it. So whatever you want to choose there, I'll just say no for now. And then the next one is allow commercial use of your work. I recommend all of you put no. You probably don't want anybody using your stuff in order to make money off of it. They're making money, you're not then, and so it's just a bad deal. So I recommend the no. And then of course this license will apply to anybody that uses your or views your blog around the world, so it's international. And then this is what the license will look like on your page. In fact, here's a little tiny icon. This is exactly what will show up as your gadget in the window, so be aware of that. This box though really helps because it'll say title of the work. For example, if your title might be awesome blog, okay, and so it's saying awesome blog is licensed under Creative Commons and attribute work to the name of me. I'll just say Mr. Borman, so that way you guys can see exactly who it's attributed to. The URL, there we go. So that way they know what the URL is. I can do the same thing, same URL for this one. I could do the same URL for that one. The formats thing, I wouldn't mess with that. And I even wouldn't mess with that either. And if you want, you can do a compact icon, but all of you should be able to do the normal icon. It's not that big of a deal. But this is the box that's the most important because this is a bunch of HTML code. And if I click inside that box and then I copy it, I can do an Apple C, or I can go up to Edit and then copy, whatever you want to do. I have it copied to the clipboard. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Blogger. And once I'm signed in, I'm going to click on my blog. And then just like before, you guys will see all the features, all the options on the left-hand side once you've clicked on that blog. And where you add your license to is under Layout because we're adding a gadget. And under Layout is where you add your gadget. And this is taking a little bit slower for whatever reason. I think my internet's not the fastest connection right now. And when I click on Layout, I'll see the layout that I have set up so far. But of course, I want to go ahead and I want to add a gadget down here. Now again, if I add a gadget, now this gadget is going to be added at the top. And if I scroll down, there should be a gadget called HTML JavaScript. And once I add that, it'll say, what do you want to go ahead? Another box should pop up. And it'll say, what do you want to title it? And I could title it, my blog is licensed yo, or Creative Commons, whatever you want. And then here's where I simply just paste. And all that HTML code that I copied before is now pasted into that, and all I have to do is hit save. And right now it has gone ahead and it has added that license to the very top. Now if you notice, if I scroll down, you'll also see that I have a widget at the bottom. If it continues to scroll, I already have a Creative Commons down there. You can put it at the top or the bottom just by simply clicking and dragging it to whatever order you want. But if I go ahead and, before I save this arrangement, if I click preview, I can take a look at my blog, my active blog, and see if it actually did include it at the top, just to make sure that it's functioning correctly. And I think the fact that I'm actually recording all this on my screen is also slowing things down. But essentially I should see at the very top of my widgets on the right hand side, I should see that Creative Commons, and there it is. I should see that Creative Commons logo. I should see this awesome blog by Mr. Borman is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution. And if I even click on it, it should take it to a website where it'll actually list for your reader. If your reader's wondering, well, what could I do with the information on your blog, and so on and so forth, they can click on it and it'll take them to another website that'll say, you can share this as long as you don't share alike. You're not allowed to use it for commercial use, and so on and so forth. So it'll spell it out in plain English what they can and can't do with your license. So that way people are very aware of what they can and can't do. So please do this with your blog. Add that Creative Commons license, add it anywhere you want, but at least now your blog is somewhat protected. It's legitimate. People will take it seriously rather than just treating it like something they can just swipe anything off of it and use it for whatever they want. So hope that goes well. If it doesn't, let me know and we'll figure it out.